All right. Hi, thank you so much for joining us. You're here with Edward J. Olmos from One Fast Move. I'm giving you recording access as we speak. So if you would like to record, please do so. You have 5 minutes for your interview, and I'm recording on my end too.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Is it Rocco or Rocco?
It is Rocco. Thank you.
Rocco. Okay.
Yeah. So welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And the first thing I wanted to ask you is, like, what did you love most about working on the set for the film? And you worked with such a great cast too.
Yeah, I was very grateful that the story. When I read the story, it was very intense and very difficult. You know, the scenes he did was the man who directed it wrote it, Kelly Blatz, and when Kelly called me up and asked me if I'd help him, and I have a reputation of not taking a lot of work. You know, I really pick my films strategically to really, it's about the story. So I was reading the story, I accepted to read it, and I read it, and it was really simple. It's a love story. It's a familial story, but it's also a story about addiction and about how difficult it is to keep your self-esteem and your self-respect as you grow older. And it's also a story about, like I said, a love story, and it's about dreams and living those dreams. So I really have had this story, I really found to be one that I could identify with in a big way. And boy, you talk about a difficult environment. I mean, this culture is amazing. I don't know if you saw the film, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very intense because it's motorcycle racing, but it's like, unless you really understand what you're looking at, doesn't make any sense why people would try to do this at such, and they're going over 200 miles an hour. You know, it's crazy, and it's so intense. You know, and to live your life practicing, you have to practice. Just practicing the sport can kill you. Let alone once you're in racing mode and you're competing against other people, and you see how dangerous it is. You see the dangers of what people can do to you when you're racing out there, and people are competing against you. I think that the movie is wonderful. It allows people to understand a personal story, and it allows them to, you know, it'll define who they are, people who are watching it. You know, because it's about pursuing dreams and understanding the challenges, the epic challenges that we have as people living on this planet.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I know, like, a lot of the film too is about racing. And have you ever rode a motorcycle?
To be a Rocco, yes, I have. I have ridden motorcycles, and man, I understand the difficulties of it. I lost a couple of friends who were motorcycle riders who got killed because of cars dealing. You know, there were accidents, and it wasn't the motorcycles driver's fault. It was the fault that they weren't really seen by the driver in the car. And so it's simple, man. You know, hey, I just didn't see him. And, you know, what are you going to do to that person? Not much, but the other person is dead. And so to me, when I started having kids, I said, no more motorcycle riding. And it's been a wonderful sport. And I'm very grateful that Kelly got a chance to understand it the way he did and present it the way he did. And I think people will find it to be exciting, but also the story of the characters go through is really wonderful. It's really nice.
Oh no, yeah, I mean, it's beautiful story, like you were saying, like, you know, about love and family too. It's not just
Mhm.
about racing. And I know you're on the press day, so the last thing that I will ask you is like, where could fans follow you at and follow the film?
Well, they can follow the film, with at onefastmove.com and follow it around. But it's going to be on Prime Video as of August 8th, so people can see it right away. In a couple of days, it's going to be premiering streaming, and so they can just sit there and watch it. And I hope they enjoy it. It's really a wonderful journey, and not for the lighthearted, but at the same time, it's really, really psychologically fulfilling in many ways.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for taking time and doing the show. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Rocco. Thank you very much for having me.
Definitely. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome, Grue. Thank you so much. Okay, now it's recording. Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, definitely, bud, definitely. So, the first thing I want to start out asking you is like, what inspired you to want to write and make the film?
A few different things. One is my love of motorcycles. I'm a motorcycle rider myself,
Oh,
and it
nice.
became a huge, yeah, it became a huge passion and obsession for me actually in my late 20s. And so, they gave me so much, and I wanted to express almost an homage or a love letter to motorcycles. And I had found this niche world of motorcycle road racing, and I realized that no one had attempted to make a film in that world. And I just love the grit of it. I love the characters that I was experiencing when I went to these races. And I had this father-son dramatic story, floating around in my head for a long time. And I decided to meld those two worlds and create a father-son story set within that world.
Oh, wow, that's really awesome. What kind of motorcycle do you ride?
I ride a few Triumphs. I'm a big Triumph motorcycle fan, which was there's Triumph in the film. I was lucky enough for them to come on board, but yeah, I ride basically a Triumph Street Twin Bonneville. Yeah, it's like one of my best friends, I would say.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And and like you have like an all-star cast for this film. Like anyone you could think of. You got KJ from Riverdale. Like
Yeah.
how did you get this amazing cast that you have?
First, just pure luck, let's say. But really, I didn't imagine I would be able to work with any of them. I wrote the script, and sent it to them, and they really responded to the story. And first, it was KJ. He came on board, a year before we started shooting, and really became
Oh
my
wow.
partner in this. He's also a producer on it. He helped develop the character and the script in a lot of ways for a long time. And then otherwise, Eric Dane I had been a fan of, and I thought he was perfect for the role. And he luckily responded and really loved the script. And Edward James Olmos as well, just a legendary actor, and he was intrigued by the world of motorcycle racing and responded to the character. And same with Maya Rafiko, an amazing young talent, singer, actress, and a ray of sunshine. And I was lucky to have the four of them to be the leads in this film, truly.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was amazing cast, amazing film. Like it was great. I loved it.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you're on the press day, so the last question that I will ask you is where could fans follow and watch the film and also follow you at?
Oh, yeah. Well, the film is released this Thursday, August 8th on Amazon Prime. So check it out on Amazon Prime. And for me, I'm on Instagram under Kelly Stephen Blatz. I tend to just try to share creative stuff and work stuff. So and especially stuff about this film. I'll be posting, some behind the scenes stuff as we move forward, I'm sure. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah, definitely, bud. Well, thank you so much for taking time and coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching the film and your kind words and your great energy, man. Thank you.